Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress this morning for a look at what our morning is going to look like.
This definitely is a very chilly start to a morning, but it is rather beautiful. We're going to take a look starting out at Gold Beach. The sun has just risen about 10 minutes ago, so now we're getting some more daylight. But absolutely beautiful view, but it is feeling pretty chilly. We're 46 degrees at Gold Beach, and around the rest of the region, it is cold. 26 into Klamath Falls, 28 into Lakeview. Grants Pass this morning, 37, 41 into Medford, Montague 37. Definitely going to need to dress in layers for today because look at where your highs will end up. We're going to be into the 60s for most of the region. We have a good chance at possibly getting up into the 70s today into Medford. So overall, it will be feeling rather pleasant. We'll see those breezes pick up a bit into the afternoon as well. Already starting off a bit breezy this morning along the coast, but late into the afternoon through this evening, areas inland could expect some light breezes at times. But over the next few days, tomorrow we can expect a very chilly start again and even into our Wednesday with those mostly clear skies, but temperatures will be sitting rather mild over the next few days. So coming up in our next forecast, I'll break down what you can expect for the next few days and talk more about what we can expect rain chances to return.
This morning, Umpqua Community College mourning the loss of 2 members of their softball team. The president of the school says students, staff, and families need support right now.
Our softball team was traveling back from a game at the coast and was hit head-on.
Just a few miles east of Myrtle Point, the bus carrying the team was seen on its side with members of the team being thrown from the impact.
Actually, Haven called us. It had to be a minute, if not seconds, after the accident.
Haven is a freshman on the inaugural UCC softball team. After being notified of the accident, her father drove out to the scene of the crash.
Looking at the scene, and it was pretty chaotic. There was flashing lights everywhere. There's probably 30 cop cars there. I did see the bus on its side.
She was in a state of trauma, but she was definitely somewhat calm. She was trying to navigate.
Tragically, freshman Kylie Jones and coach Jamie Strins did not survive the crash.
I was actually in the room with my daughter and her friends when they found out that the teammate had passed, and so that was pretty emotional. All of them were crying pretty hard, and it was just heartbreaking to know that, you know, a young teammate of theirs had passed away.
You know, I don't think anybody's injuries are minor when they've been through something like this, because there's the physical aches and pains, and then there's also the emotional, which we're focusing on right now.
The softball program led by Coach Strins is still in its infancy. Strins was working to grow the program for the future. Those impacted say the future of the team is even more important now because of her dedication to the team and her athletes.
You know, anytime a great leader passes, there's an invitation there to carry the baton and carry forth her legacy. So that's what I'm encouraging my daughter and to encourage her team to just, you know, carry forth the legacy.
As of now, both one coach and a student athlete remain in the hospital.
This is a lot. It's a lot for young girls. You know, like I said, most of them are freshmen, and this is a lot to carry and walk through, and they need community.
In Douglas and Coos County, I'm Noah Chavez reporting.
According to court records, Jonathan James Dowdy, the driver that hit the team's bus, has previously been convicted for driving while suspended, speeding, and driving uninsured. He was charged with driving under the influence of intoxicants on March 5th. UCC officials confirmed that Friday's crash is still under criminal investigation. New this morning, Ashland is a town known for its parks and leisure, but there might be some cuts coming to the department. In the last Parks and Recreation Commission's meeting, layoffs and reduced hours to bathrooms and recreation sites were discussed to combat budget cuts. Community members went to the Ashland City Council meeting to express their support for a recommended $9 fee. The Ashland City Council ended up proposing a $5 utility fee to pay for the park in the future.
I, for one, am willing to accept an increased fee to better support parks.
I would encourage you, please, to accept the $9 fee on our utility bills. I can afford that.
Really support, as a low-income senior, the raising of the fees to $9.
I know fees hurt, but if we allow these cuts to happen, Ashland will not be a place the young families will choose to make a home.
Well, there was widespread support from community members. Testimony proved feelings of being rushed and backed into a corner. This brought many on the council to push back against the fee, saying they haven't had the opportunity to participate in planning, forecasting, or budgeting. Eventually, they voted 3-2 no on that fee. And as we start to head into summer months, be careful if you burn yard debris. Rural Metro Fire in Josephine County went to a fire near the entrance of Ponderosa Bridge off New Hope Road Saturday afternoon. RMF says the fire started from burning yard debris left over from winter storm damages. And when it comes to dry weather, fire can easily lose control.
You give yourself a couple feet around, making sure that all of the debris is cleared from the pile backwards, and then make sure that you have a garden hose out at the pile that's charged with a nozzle on the end of it. This will give you the ability, so if you get fire that's moving away from your burn pile, you'll be able to put it out.
Rural Metro Fire also urging caution as dry vegetation is increasing fire risk. And if you plan to burn, check wind speeds, keep piles small, and have an adult present at all times. Always make sure you have that water source nearby. And be sure to fully put out your burn piles by dusk. And the city of Ashland also getting ready for fire season with a wildfire preparedness event. Community members can learn steps to prepare for fire season by learning how to prepare, creating defensible space, and preparing evacuation routes. The workshop will take place at Carpenter Hall from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. Now tomorrow, the Shasta Trinity National Forest will be conducting prescribed burns. These fires will reduce fire fuels and protect nearby communities from potential wildfires. According to the National Forest, the prescribed burns will cover 636 acres, approximately 8 miles east of McLeod and about a quarter mile north of Highway 89. The burns are expected to last 1 day, but for 2 to 4 days after, there could be some additional cleanup. Residents are being reminded that smoke could be seen in the burn areas during the operations. Onto a scam alert, the Jackson County Expo is reminding you to be safe from scammers this fair season. There are Facebook pages trying to sell you fake tickets to shows that aren't even happening. So as you plan ahead for your summer fun, only buy tickets to events as well as concerts through the Expo online or in person at the Food for Less kiosk or Buy Mart. This Easter Sunday, families across the country got together and searched for eggs. In Ashland, this 70-year-old tradition is for the whole community. NewsWatch 12's Rocky Walker joined in on that fun.
It is a real tradition, and it's just a day full of joy.
The annual Ashland Easter egg hunt returned, bringing hundreds of kids to race off and find as many colorful eggs as they can.
I think I got 11 eggs.
I got the most eggs.
Yeah.
So you won, basically.
Yeah.
The event has been going on for decades, becoming a tradition amongst those in the Ashland area.
You know, there are people here who did the Easter egg hunt when they were children, and now they're bringing their children here to do it.
While the tradition has been around for 70 years, this year it looked a bit different.
Traditionally, we do hard-boiled eggs, and we've had a lot of help from people at the schools that were helping us to dye the eggs, and some of our local stores donating eggs. But this year, because of the bird flu, we just could not source the eggs. It was just impossible. So we had to pivot.
The day brought families out with the community enjoying the sunshine and getting more than just eggs this Easter.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part was getting a balloon, getting a sword.
In Ashland, I'm Rocky Walker.
North Medford High School's football players brought some early Easter cheer to the pediatrics unit at Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center. They spread smiles to young patients ahead of their community Easter egg hunt. The visit was part of the team's ongoing community engagement, part of their annual Easter festivities. And good news for outdoor enthusiasts in the Rogue Valley. The Bureau of Land Management just reopened the Cascade Ramp at Hyatt Lake because of rising water levels and favorable spring conditions. The lake is now 84% full. That's the highest levels in years. The lake's been freshly stocked with sport fish, making it a great spot for early season anglers. And while campgrounds are still closed, day use areas are open. Hyatt Lake sits east of Ashland inside the Cascade-Siskiyou National Monument and offers fishing, hiking, and access to the Pacific Crest Trail.
Although today is Monday, some of us may have that day off, or if you want to head outside after work today, it definitely is going to be feeling rather nice for us. We have lots of sunshine to continue on for us, and temperatures will be into the upper 60s and possibly even into lower 70s in some areas into the Rogue Valley. So we have that chilly start, mild afternoon, bright skies, breezy along the coast, and we'll see those breezes pick up late into the day in areas inland, and then we'll see that pretty similar to tomorrow as well, but we'll talk about the next few days coming up in just about 7 minutes.